You know, my friends, there are some things in life which I get, I understand, I get a hold of it and I appreciate it. And then there are things, my friends, where I just don't understand it, and I don't think I'll ever be able to appreciate it, and I do not understand why. And you're going to say, Leggy, hold it there, son. You are getting way too pharmaceutical. And I don't think that's the right word, you know. I think you mean philharmonical. No, neither of them sound right. You're going to say, Laura, you're going to say, Leggy, mate, you're getting a bit deep here, son. You're getting a bit thoughtful, old boy. Calm it down a bit. All right, stay with me. I appreciate, my friends, why 1 Million Privé is an absolutely incredible fragrance that has what can only be described as a cult following. I get that, I appreciate it, and I'm totally with that one. But you know what I don't understand is why Paco Rabanne, and I can't just say Rabanne because the old boy Paco was still alive when this decision was made. Paco Rabanne, why on earth did they decide to discontinue it? That's the bit I will never understand. 1 Million Privé is an absolutely incredible fragrance. It's kind of like 1 million, but grown up, perhaps put a shirt, suit and tie on. And it's 1 million that still has the cheekiness of 1 million, but is a lot more mature. And if you smelt the original 1 million and gone, no, it's a bit bubblegummy. 1 Million Privé would have ticked your boxes back in the day when you could buy it, because it is an absolutely stunning take on 1 million, and it sort of ups everything in a very, very classy, gentlemanly way. Okay. Come here. A massive warm welcome to a John Legg fragrance review. I'm not really a fragrance reviewer. I'm just a crazy, random guy with a massive fragrance collection, and I want to share every single one of my bottles with you, my friends, and for the reason of inspiring you to spray a good fragrance continually, all day, every day, just like that. Okay, now 1 Million Privé was discontinued. That bit I don't think anyone will ever understand, let alone me. So the problem is, if you, like me, got kind of hooked on William? Who's William? Got hooked on 1 Million Privé, and then have now got to sort of, if you want to buy it, you've got to go on eBay, you've got to spend like £200 for a bottle that's sort of half worn, half sprayed. You know, people are selling these sort of vintage bottles that they want on eBay. No, there's absolutely no need to do that. If you are a massive 1 Million Privé fan, which I know a lot of people are, Pendora Scents, or Paris Corner, whichever way you want to swing on that one, have stepped up to the plate, and they have produced something which realistically, I think the hardcore Privé sort of cult followers, if you like, even them are going to go, you know what, this is good, this is a fantastic take on Privé. And I have a bottle. I'm very blessed to have a bottle, and I'm going to share it with you. So let me find the bottle for you. So this fragrance, which is this fragrance, my friends, Milano Privé by Pendora Scents. Well, oh, it's focused, look at that, you can see it. That is the treasure, that moment, because it didn't last long. Not 1 million, Milano Privé by Pendora Scents. Now this is one of those things that I had in my eBay watching thing for a long time, because this, here in the UK, this was going for 34 British pounds with free postage. And you know what? It was actually being sold by a seller in Delhi in India. And it was a seller who I'd accidentally purchased from before, so I had enough confidence that Birmingham and Delhi were kind of one and the same. Trust me, unbelievably, this came through, I think it was about 12 days from India. Okay, now whatever they strap it to, I don't know, it works. The old courier put his foot down, I think. So let's reveal a little bit of skin, there's nothing on there, and let's spray this for you, and let me tell you, are you ready? Professional sprays one way then the other. I ain't got my skin showing, but it worked. Alright, I get it. You know, unfortunately, I no longer have a bottle of 1 Million Privé, so I can't do it like an exact one-on-one. But let me tell you, working from memory, first of all, it's absolutely obvious what this is. As soon as you smell it, if you're familiar with 1 Million Privé, you're just going to go, this is 1 Million Privé. That's how close it is. But if you want a serious percentage of how close it is, bearing in mind I'm doing this from memory, a scent memory, 96.25 the same. Alright, honestly my friends, even if you are a die-hard fan of the original Paco Rabanne, this will satisfy you. This is so ridiculously close. Okay, let me try and describe it for you. So, 1 Million Privé, or Pendora Scents Milano Privé for short, it has a cheeky sweetness, and realistically the 1 Million, you know, the gorgeous orange and cinnamon, which is just like the 1 Million vibe if you like, is really obvious. I'll be honest, some of the later 1 Millions, by the time you get to sort of 1 Million Royale, I don't know if you're really going to tell that there's a 1 Million sort of vibe in there. It's very, very distant. But this, my friends, is very obviously related to 1 Million, because the 1 Million cheeky sweetness is there. And it's almost like going, look at me sort of thing. But then what happens is, and it's starting to happen now, you get this gorgeous, cheeky, sweet incense note, and then you get some real nice, sweet sort of pipe tobacco. I'm licking my lips. Right, I'll be honest with you, this stuff is very, very addictive. It smells so good. It has a cheeky sexiness, and it has a slightly mysterious sexiness, if you know what I mean. In fact, I will be honest with you, because you can no longer buy the original thing, this is what you need to buy. Do not go on eBay. Do not spend the silly money that people are asking for their vintage bottles. Right, honestly, 34 British pounds got me this delivered. Okay, don't worry about the fact, if you're in the UK and you think, oh, it's an Indian seller, is it ever going to come through? 12 days, I think it was, and this was on my lap. Bang. Perfect. Good condition, no battering, no whatever. Okay. Now, when I first got it, yes, I macerated it, but I have to be honest, it didn't really need macerating. It smelled nice and good. There was no sort of skanky alcoholic chemical to go through or whatever. And the performance, and we'll come to that in a minute, the performance didn't really need massive improvement. But I macerate everything. I spray it 15-20 times, put it in the back of my wardrobe, forget about it for about 2 weeks. Okay, now I'm in a blessed position because I've got loads of other fragrances which I can use in the interim, but I took this out after 2 weeks. I sprayed it and I was like, I really have missed this, because having sprayed it again when I first got it, I was like, yeah, I want to wear that. But to be fair, it was during the sort of spring. And this is the only downside to this fragrance, my friends. There is many upsides to this, you know, sexiness, it smells gentlemanly, it smells kind of really refined, it smells sort of slightly mysterious and all that sort of stuff. But there is only one negative, there's only one downside. This, my friends, can only be worn in the cooler weather. Please do not make yourself ill by wearing this in the summer. It is just too heavy for the summer. All right, perfect. Here in the UK, we're sort of hitting autumn. Well, we're hitting autumn. We're well and truly into autumn, and we're going to descend into winter. And this is the point at which this fragrance, my friends, comes alive. Give it the cooler weather, and this stuff goes, yes, that's a bit of me, and it really works well. Now, the overall vibe is a slightly waxy, slightly fruity, tobacco, incense fragrance. Okay, and you're going to say, does it all work? It absolutely does. And what is so clever for me is the fact that the 1 million vibe, the sort of orange and cinnamon, which is renowned for the 1 million vibe, that is slotted in there so nicely, along with the incense and the tobacco. Oh, the tobacco's coming up now. I just got a real good whiff of the tobacco. The tobacco's the last to come up, really. The incense is sort of second, and the tobacco is last. All right. What about the performance? Okay, I can't fault this. For £34 British, this smells amazing, and I cannot fault the performance. Realistically, for about 2.5 hours, sometimes 3 hours if you sort of spray a lot on your clothes and whatever, this stuff is coming off here. I'm not going to use the words strong, wild, projection, all that sort of thing. I'm going to use the words radiating. This stuff is radiating off you. It's like a scent bubble that is also sort of dissipating. Dissipating. Another word I've never used before. I don't even know what it means, but I think it's fitted that sentence quite well. Okay, so this stuff is coming off you for 2.5 to 3 hours. Honestly, everyone around you will smell it. It is so classy. It's worth them smelling it. After the sort of 2.5 to 3 hours, it's realistically a scent bubble which you as a wearer smell for the rest of the day. Skin, it's there the following morning. Clothes, about 2 or 3 days. Honestly, Pendora Scents, I've got this one absolutely nailed. To be fair, not only have they stepped up to the plate and said, you know what, if Paco Rabanne want to stop making it, we'll take up the mantle, but they've also done it in a really good way. There's nothing cheap about this. You know, if you're interested in bottle sprayers and barcodes and all that sort of stuff, it's a real heavy duty bottle and it sprays well. Okay, so I'm going to say to you, honestly, if you are a 1 Million Privé fan, you will be happy with this one. Okay, if you are thinking about it and you've never smelt 1 Million Privé, realistically, just bear in mind that this is for the cooler weather. It is not an all-season fragrance, whereas 1 Million is. This is not. This is cooler weather only. I say that's the only downside to this fragrance. Everything else about this fragrance is spot on, my friends. Okay. Now, I sprayed it for a lot of people. I took it to work, and everyone who smelt it went, oh man, that's nice. Because it is. It has a sort of an alluring richness to it. And because there's the 1 million, there's the incense, and there's tobacco, and I think there's a bit of patchouli and a bit of tonka in there. There's that many notes, although it's not note heavy, there's that many notes, it keeps you entertained. And trust me, this, my friends, if you get the right season with this one, this is going to keep a massive smile on your face. And if you buy it, or if you've got it and you wear it, drop a comment so other people can see that I'm not just talking complete waffle. But if you do buy it, please, once you've macerated it and once you've been wearing it for a few weeks in the right season, please drop a comment and say, you know what, Leggy was right on this one. I'm enjoying it. Okay, so hand on heart, wherever it is, trust me, this is well worth having in your fragrance collection for the cooler weather. Right, I'm gonna love you and leave you now, but it has been fun having you here, so please come back for the next video, because hopefully, all being well, there will be another review, another video, and I'd love you to be there. Okay, in the meantime though, please stay safe. And what else have you got to do? You know what you've got to do. You've got to grab a good fragrance, whichever one you choose, If you're bald, stick it on top because it radiates off you. Oh man, I'm in a scent bubble now. Oh, all right. Honestly, my friends, this is so good. Please, please, please get this into your fragrance collection. Okay, I'm going to go now. So when I find that off button, which I've actually left the little cursor thing right over the off button, so I ain't going to mess around. I'm going to go now, and I'll see you next time, and goodbye.